Hey guys, it's Wednesdays with Chasey Poo. Look at me, it's not like a selfie or whatever vlog type thing. I mean, I am using my vlogging camera just cause like I don't have all of my backgrounds up yet, and I mean, I don't want to give anything away about my new apartment, so I thought I would just make a video here. And it's kind of weird because if you remember the old apartment that I lived in, not the one that I lived in before this one, but the one before that, my computer was like here, and then like right behind there was the bookshelf, and then the cat tree were just reversed, so it's kind of like blast in the past. Also, I'm dyeing my hair, so let's get on to the Q&A because I got so many questions and I can't get to all of them, and I'm sorry, so I just picked some at random and we should do it. Okay, so the first one is a little long. It's, as someone who does a lot of different projects at once while still trying to be a working adult, how do you or would you deal with anxiety, depression that is felt when no matter how much you accomplish, there's a constant sense of failure and inadequacy surrounding your goals and sense of self while propelling one's life forward? This is a perfect question at the perfect time in my life because I am asking myself the same thing. I feel like I do nothing. I feel like I sit around the house and I literally just sit around, watch TV, do nothing. But I think it's because I work mostly from home, so it's really hard for me to see that I'm accomplishing something because I make my videos here, I edit my videos here, I post my videos here. I work on another project here that I can't tell you about, it's secret, that I do Transtastic here, I do the podcast here. I do so much all the time, and I'm a grad student, and I do the work here to do my thesis. I'm also a TA, a teaching assistant in school, but it's an online class, so I do it from home. The only thing that I really do outside is when I go for a run, when I go do groceries, and when I go to work, but I only work like 8 hours a week now because I'm really trying to finish my thesis. So, and that's like, that's just like the surface. There are so many other things that I do, and I don't know how the hell I keep getting myself into all these projects, into all these things, but it happens, and that's my life, and I've learned to accept it. I used to thrive on having a lot of things at once if they were organized, and I think that's the answer to this question, is to be organized. I print up a calendar of the entire year, so every page, January, February, March, and it's a calendar like this big on a normal piece of paper like that, and then it tells you, I write down everything that I need to do and things that I need to do for later, so it's always organized. And then I also make myself a list like this, so important things that I need to do right now or else I'm gonna die. Not really, it's like I write 5 to 10 pages for my thesis, stuff like that, and then like find an accountant, just like little things, and then to do now, like things that I should be doing right now. It's a bunch of videos that I need to make, a bunch of review videos. I need to like gather my tax papers, pay the bills, call the bank, and stuff like that. So when I have all of that organized and I can divide my time up into like little slots where from like 7 a.m. to 12 a.m. I'm gonna work on my thesis, and then from 1 to, and then I don't know. So organization has like helped my anxiety so much. And people think it's like anxiety to organize, like, yo, I need organization, I need structure. So yes. How do you run when it's so stinking cold out? I have winter asthma. I wondered if you had any tips. I don't have any tips on asthma. I don't even know what that feels like because I don't have that. But yo, winter running is legit. I ran in -22 weather today. I think that's like -8 Fahrenheit. It was amazing. I am waiting. I thought it was going to be colder than it was, so I was like really warm, but I'm waiting for -30, which is -22 Fahrenheit. And like in the -30s is like, I love winter running. I can't explain it. You just need to layer. You need to hide something for your face. And honestly, today I was so warm I didn't even have anything on my face. That doesn't really answer your question, but winter running is my favorite thing in the entire world. I can't explain it. And I look ridiculous with this right now, by the way. Whatever. Sorry if I'm just kind of like going through these. I don't want this video to be like 100 years, but maybe someone in the comments has asthma and also runs that could let you know. But I know someone who does have asthma and they run, and running helps their asthma. But you have winter asthma, so I don't know. How do you overcome thoughts that you were just making up that you were trans? Yo, every day. I'm kidding, not every day. It like, after a while, it kind of like goes away, the feeling of, am I actually trans? I think that this reason we have this thought is because of internalized transphobia. I think that I suffer from that a lot. I can't speak for a lot of people, but I know that I suffer from a lot of internalized transphobia where I'm like, how can they let us transition? I'm like, what am I thinking? Who's they? Who's letting us transition? It's such a weird thought in my head, and it reoccurs a lot, and I try to figure out where it came from, but it's really hard to pinpoint. So I think that realizing that it's, for me, was internalized transphobia, and kind of switching it, like, no, I am trans. Like, this is who I am, and I keep imagining myself in the future, and there's no, I have a future. That's the thing. Back then, when I was like, I don't know if I'm trans, I don't know, I would imagine my future and it would end at like 21. That's why even though I'm 26, I still feel like I'm 21. I can't grow up from that age because I never thought I would live past that age. Is it okay to not pass every day? Of course. That question is so sad. Of course it's okay to not pass every day. My God, like I never passed before I started hormones. And even when I started hormones, it took me like 6 months for anyone to gender me properly. And even after a year I was misgendered. Like, it's okay to not pass, and it's okay to not want to pass. And it doesn't make you less trans if you don't pass. Like, some people, and obviously the concept of passing is like, you're only trans if you pass. Like, that's super problematic, and that's not what I'm saying here. If you want to pass and you can't every day and things just happen, like you're still trans. Like, it's okay, it happens. And I've seen people on Facebook 4 years on T and they still get misgendered. I'm like, how are these people not seeing this beard? How? I don't get it. Will you ever visit Germany? Technically, I was in Germany. I was in Frankfurt Airport and Munich Airport, which, by the way, Germany is like legit. I haven't even left the airport, and I would love to go to Germany. Absolutely. I want to go through all of Europe, honestly, all of Europe. I want to do like a very big trip around Europe, and I feel like that would be really possible to do because I have so many friends in so many different countries, and it would be so great to meet everyone. And I think that Germany, I've always wanted to go to Germany, actually, even when I was younger. I don't know why. I didn't know any other country in Europe except England and Germany, and France, obviously, because like that Quebec life, but Germany. I think the person also asked, what sort of music did you grow up with? This is a perfect question. These questions are really great. I just wrote them down today from like all the posts, that the videos, and it's funny because today I felt very nostalgic, and I really wanted to, while I'm working on this project and doing other thesis stuff, I need music in the background sometimes, and I'm kind of tired of listening to like the top hits, so I decided to listen to classic rock, and that's what I grew up with, because I grew up with my dad, and that's all he listened to all the time. Rolling Stones, I went to see the Rolling Stones 3 times with my dad. So today I listened to a lot of Pink Floyd. I re-listened to The Wall, and now I'm on Spotify. Literally, I am not even joking. I just paused it to make this video. I am on a classic rock classics playlist right now, and that's literally, I'm not even kidding. That's literally what I'm listening to. So that's the music that I grew up with. I also grew up with like Spice Girls and shit like that, but that was the music I think that influenced me the most, is classic rock. And going to the shows with my dad when I was younger was just such an experience. It was fantastic. Although my first concert was Avril Lavigne, but that's not for here. What's the best way you have found to control your anxiety? This ties back to the first thing, literally organization. Like, right now I'm in this type of therapy that's like psychodynamic therapy, where it's just like all over the place and there's no structure, and I'm freaking out. I don't like it. I'm used to DBT, which is literally step 1, step 2, step 3. I love structure. It makes my heart sing. It makes me feel warm inside. I feel alive when there's structure, when there are boxes and there are lines that are connected to the boxes, and everything is a map in my head, and I'm very visual. So if you tell me like to imagine like literal boxes like on a board and just all connected and it looks beautiful, to me that doesn't stress me out at all. I can understand how it can stress other people out because it's too much organization, you don't know what to do, but I think about it and it like, the only anxiety that I have is like, I should organize this right now. And I think that lately I've actually been really good at organizing my time. Like right now I'm working on this project, which something has to like stay for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get back to it in like 5 minutes. And now I'm with you here and I'm dyeing my hair. So like I'm really good at multitasking, and I'm only good at multitasking because I'm so organized with everything. All these lists, I also have a bullet journal that I don't really use that much, but like it really helps with day-to-day tasks because I have a lot of things to do every day. Everyone's like, you're always so busy. I'm like, welcome to my life. Talk about being straight edge. I am not straight edge. But I have said in older videos that I was straight edge. I identify as like somebody who just doesn't drink. I guess I could also identify as sober, but that language is kind of more related to addiction and people who are in recovery. I don't consider myself an addict. I just stay away from alcohol because I have not had great experiences with alcohol, and I feel like it could snowball where I have so many, like when I'm really depressed and I feel really bad, I look for what does everyone else do to get away from their problems? Drinking. And then when I go and do that, I just end up drinking a lot. And that's really not a good habit to have, and it's not organized and like in my head, and it just doesn't fit into me. So I much prefer being completely sober. I have tried weed to help my anxiety, but that gave me more anxiety, so that is not a thing that I will be doing. But yeah, no, I don't identify as straight edge. I did like a long time ago though, when I was in high school and the beginning of this channel. I think I was like, I'm a straight edge, but I mean, whatever, you can call me whatever you want. I don't drink, I don't do drugs. That's me. My favorite color is purple. Literally purple. I have everything purple around me, but I've really like started to like turquoise. Like my journal here that I have, this color here, which is kind of like, oh my god, fucking always about my fucking, and the fucking tattoo. Yes, okay, so it's literally, there you go. This is for my thesis, grounded theory over here, and then this. These are my two favorite colors, and together they make such a beautiful color. All right, and the last question. What is witch lips? Also, that's paraphrased. It was like a longer sentence, but I just wanted to, witch lips. So, I was doing a challenge video with Ty Turner where we were doing the chapstick challenge, and he put it on my lips, and whatever happened, and he's like, oh, I was like, oh, are you gonna kiss my lips? And then right after I was like, which lips? And he like looked and was like alert, and was, oh my god, it was like, he was, anyways, so which lips comes from that. I know it sounds like disgusting, but like I'm reclaiming it, like whatever, you know, like we joke around, everyone says it. You also have to like add it with the emoji with like the eye, the lips, and the eye, so it's like, which lips? And if anybody's like, oh babe, I wanna kiss you on the lips, just go up close to them and be like, which lips? Just a little friendly tip from Chasey Poo over here. Yeah, so that's where which lips comes from. I also have a bunch of other sayings. They're mostly from the podcast as well, like, like, you would say that to a lime? Like, what the fuck is that? Who am I? But I want that on a t-shirt. Anyways, that's it. That's all I'm done. Thank you for watching this really long Q&A, but thank you so much for participating and asking us questions. If you like these type of videos, please let us know in the description, under the description in the comments, and we might do more Q&As in the future. I actually really like this, and I feel like if we do more Q&As in the future, we might like use one of the questions that we've gotten and then kind of make a topic out of it, because some of these are really good. Actually, I think the whole like juggling a couple of things and having anxiety and stuff like that, and how do you deal with it, I think that's a really good topic. So thank you for that question. I think I'm gonna pitch it to the guys and let them know that we should do that as a topic in the near future. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I love you. Bye.